provincial qualifiers as well. Rampage featured the talents of Ryan Friedman, who, I've said before, I think he's one of the most underrated elite players in Toronto, but he also not available to make it this year, I think due to a work commitment.
But in their place, there are some great new players coming up. Kalen Estabrooks, last year on Mayhem, this year on Rampage. Talk a little bit about him.
Yeah, he came through the Ontario provincial qualifiers on the Mavericks, who were just not quite able to crack the top 4. So himself and Nathaniel Zanchi is just a great all-around player.
And you can see Zanchi on the rush right now, passing back to Estabrooks, who has that fantastically quick whip release on his arm there.
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't fallen off yet, but he seems okay.
Halifax Explosion, Brody Champion running to the front with Joy LeBlanc, taking the shot at Sizravi, who gets up and over that ball. Sizravi, another addition to Rampage this year, last year playing with Z Warriors.
Yep. So, and I think Zanchi managed to get himself over the line as he tried to sweep that ball. I like the decisive play from him, but you can see him, he's just like this much.
He is so fast, the momentum just keeps him going.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, Izravi, a longtime veteran of the Toronto dodgeball scene. He's playing with Rampage. That ball, I think the refs are saying that one should go back over to Halifax.
Sizravi played, like I said, with Z Warriors last year. He was one of the ones that left. Also, Matthew Garcia Silvera was playing with Z Warriors last year, and he's the one that actually went and started Mavericks, correct?
I don't know who started it, but I know Garcia Silvera was on it.
I see.
But he was picked up by Northern Touch.
That's
after
right.
Garcia Silvera got his individual
Still
invite.
in the tournament. Keep your eye out for Northern Touch in the feeds later this term. Man.
You see Tardif's shot just kind of missing there. He's got a very hard throw out of the corner. You see the retaliation there from Estabrooks. Sails a little bit high and wide.
Oikel snapping that ball back to Brody Champion.
That champion's right in his name. I'm sure he's going to want to make it come true.
Takes that shot at Tom Singh, which does not connect. Tom Singh blocking it.
Yeah, and we see a connection on Champion there.
Estabrooks showing off that quick release. A lot of velocity for not much body movement.
Yeah, he can, he's still driving the power with his lower body there. He knows how to do that. He comes from a pitching background. This is Robbie hit out in the corner there. 2 balls directed his way. Estabrooks also knows how to throw a couple of different curveballs and a underhand throw. He's got a lot of different ways to deliver the ball to the other side of the court. Camerinican in the middle of the Rampage side. Also, a lot of crazy throws, super velocity on his. Also looks kind of effortless sometimes.
Ranican with a small hop up and over.
Yeah, meanwhile, we saw Adam Oikel, number 33, knocked out. Brother Corey in the middle, calling the shots for Halifax. They find Ranican. Corey Oikel, having spent some time on Team Canada as well. He was a member of the team last year in Los Angeles, as well as a couple of years before that.
That's right, Corey added to the squad after the selection committee last year in Winnipeg. Was activated for play a little while before the championships took place. Yeah, great selection, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think he played pretty well. He saw a little more limited duty than some, and I think Oikel replacing Laziak after it was clear Laziak wouldn't be able to commit to the tournament, and Oikel showing that he deserves that spot.
And a veteran player as well, representing Canada as far back as 2015.
Yeah, and he's also done wonders for the Halifax dodgeball scene.
That's right, he is one of the community leaders out there. Looks like Estabrooks and Tom Singh left on Rampage now.
Yeah, we're seeing Estabrooks on defense. Tom Singh launching counter ball toward Champion. Hats and headbands still remaining on the explosion. Estabrooks with a good clean block. Tardif has a hard throw of his own. Oikel known for his catching. Pretty good thrower as well, and a good fake. I would say that was a pretty good fake as well. I'm actually less familiar with Brody Champion, so I'm not sure what the strong points of his game are, but
Brody Champion, I believe, has been around as part of the Halifax Explosion or various other teams since 2017 in Halifax.
Yeah, I've seen his name, just haven't actually seen him play much.
Quite a rounded out player.
Yeah.
Very, very quick, very dodgy. And most importantly, very high-spirited.
Yeah.
Very nice player. Great person to be playing against.
That team chemistry definitely matters. And I think you sometimes need just those upbeat personalities sometimes when things get a little dire. Estabrooks hit out on that first shot. Just Tom Singh. He does know how to play, though. He's not going to be an easy out. He can catch, he can throw, he can counter, he can block.
And he can get very small, and he makes the catch with 2 balls in hand.
That's what we call the positional catch. It's not something you're usually looking for while you're holding 2 balls, but you're going to try and make it possible. Jeff Snow coming back on. Ooh, nice little hook shot across his body, just missing Brody Champion. Tardif eliminated on the other side. And now we see rush attacks from Snow and Tom Singh. That shot from Champion trying to find his way. Or sorry, that's actually Cutler.
I believe so, yes. We're just looking at this. So they both like to wear the headband. It is Cutler.
Yeah, 100% wrong. A lot of the things we said in the last minute or two. Sorry.
But you know what? It's all dodgeball. We got that far.
I mean, we're complimenting his play, so that's a plus.
Plus, he has the added anonymity of no one knowing who he is now. That means if you see him in a tournament, you never know what to expect. You're thinking, oh, that's Brody Champion. I know about him.
Yeah. Well, that was true.
It's not. It's Cutler.
That was true until now. This is a pretty high-profile match, and Snow finally finds the mark. Cutler doing a great job of surviving.
Yeah, excellent attempt at a no-look throw right across the court as well, from a body position that you would not expect it to come from as well.
Yeah, that's something that a few players can do. They can kind of release that sidearm a little bit outside.
Yeah, pushing their elbow a little further out when they throw, and he did a great job of it there. Snow clipped him, unfortunately, but excellent try.
Yeah, if you're going to try no-looks, that outside throw, ooh.
And that's Champion. You can see a big smile on his face there.
Yeah, Champion, the co-captain. He's he's still in good spirits on the sideline, living up to that reputation that we falsely ascribed to Cutler earlier.
LeBlanc going for that catch. I'm sure Cutler has a great disposition as well. Yeah. Cutler, we love you.
Joey LeBlanc is a fantastic catcher. Just not that time. Curse of the commentary, perhaps. He looks unhappy with himself because he's just saying, that was there.
He's probably mad at you, Terry.
Well, when he listens to this.
Fantastic jumping by Kenneth Ng there.
Yeah, when Joey listens to this, we love you. We know you'd catch that maybe at least 50% of the time. See Corey Oikel avoiding that shot. Tardif taking a shot in response. That goes a little high and wide.
It's like Halifax Explosion got 2 balls left. Rampage with 4 will be on the offensive. Mergler coming up on the side.
Yeah, they go toward Oikel. He's still up.
You see those quick little fakes from Mergler. Ng dropping low, looking like that ball was blocked.
Yeah, you can see how good Kenneth Ng is at blocking while he's still moving really quickly. He's sliding on the ground. He still gets the block off. George Smith tries to get his hands toward that ball from Snow, thinks the better of it.
A lot of the time, when a player decides to make a major motion jumping or sliding, it's harder for them to concentrate on that block at the same time. Kenneth Ng does a fantastic job of multitasking, as it were, being able to track that block while still in motion.
And there we see Snow getting Smith up high.
Tardif is just picking a shoelace off the court.
Yeah. Thumbs up. I got it. This is Mergler
getting up and over both of those.
Yeah. Mergler earlier also taking out Adam Oikel with a tremendous cross-court shot from the back corner to the other corner.
Tardif making a call there behind the ball, and
ooh, Zanchi so
both
quick.
Take the shot on Zanchi, but yeah, absolutely, very fast blocker.
Nathaniel Zanchi showing perhaps the reasons that Rampage was like, yeah, we'll take you. Oh, great grab.
Fantastic catch, using the ball right afterwards to block.
And one of the things that I like about that from Oikel is Snow didn't need to throw right away. Oikel had just thrown. Snow could have waited for his team, but Oikel showing the punish there. Ooh, and another grab. This one from Champion.
Oikel.
Kenneth Ng knocked out now. Rampage, you know, if they get a little too trigger happy and keep putting it into the middle of people's bodies, it's going to be a lot harder than it needs to be. Estabrooks still in it. Ooh, nice.
Champion just getting past that Mergler curve.
Yeah, we saw the screwball curve to the outside there. Mergler, formidable thrower.
Blanc taking a shot towards Mergler, but
I don't know what Mergler's blocking form was there. That was new from him.
Always pushing the boundaries of sport.
Yeah, there's that insanely quick release from Mergler, catching Tardif by surprise. Mergler barely winds up sometimes.
That's true. In a very similar vein to Estabrooks, like you said, Terry, they are using their body to make those throws, but they're so efficient, they're so technically good at what they're doing that they don't need to commit as much as someone who's got poorer form and needs to throw more of themselves into it.
Yeah, we see back and forth. I think Champion hit out there.
Champion really committing to that dodge, just not quite far enough.
Yep. So Rampage still with 3. Despite giving up a couple of catches earlier, there are 2 very strong catchers still on the court. Corey Oikel electing to block that time.
Zanchi making a play call, coming up the middle. Estabrook's taking a shot that sails a little high over Oikel's head.
There's a opportunistic shot from Oikel. Mergler knew it was coming, got low and underneath. Headbands out there for Halifax.
LeBlanc asking, did it bounce? Mergler thinks he's okay. Mergler's saying stay in. Excellent sportsmanship from both teams here.
I know from experience those Rampage players will tell you what happened. Ooh, Jason Mergler showing his ups. We've got 10 minutes left. It's only 1-0. Considering all the arms in these throws, that's fewer points than you might have expected. Already 3 on the board on the other court.
Halifax doing an excellent job. LeBlanc shaking his head. He knows that the other ball that hit him touched the ground before he completed the catch. Although it was a fantastic catch, it will not count, leaving Oikel alone on the court.
What I like about what LeBlanc did there is, like, you know, if maybe you draw in a shot from the other team, ooh, energetic. I think
Mergler apologizing to Oikel there.
Yeah. The thing is, I mean, Mergler knows that in that moment he's not going to let up because he needs to win. But he also knows that doesn't feel great when you're tagged pretty much defenseless. So he'll hit you first and then say, sorry, I had to do it.
Again, we love to see the sportsmanship.
Yeah. Rampage with the 2-0 lead. Going back to what you were saying earlier, I would recommend if anybody's looking to get more velocity or accuracy on their throws, work on your form. You can look up videos on pitching technique. That's one way to do it. I actually took pitching lessons from a little clinic in Toronto for a little bit, or find somebody in your community who knows how to explain the mechanics of throwing. I think you'll get more benefit from good mechanics than any kind of strength training. Just make sure you know how to generate that power.
And then, of course, the alternative, screaming really loud when you throw, usually works as well. It looks like Carver is the one with the headband that set off the rush on this open.
George Smith, the only one unadorned with headgear today. Maybe he didn't get the memo.
Maybe
sure somebody
likes to keep it easy and breezy on top.
Yeah. Well, he's got some tape on his shoulder. That's something.
He's a man of no hats, Terry.
Oh, LeBlanc gets hit. Throws from his knees anyway.
Attempts to take that shot on Mergler. It was the right thing to do. Right try to make that.
And now let's see if Explosion can use those 5 balls.
Eng taking the shot, goes low underneath Oikel.
Yeah. Which Oikel?
Smith takes the shot on Eng as well. But no one lost in that exchange.
And there we see Robbie had to throw. That throw count was getting pretty slow. Checking to see what the
referees are saying.
Ball swap.
2 balls have been ripped. Most of the time, as long as it's not disrupting an ongoing play, the referees will exchange ripped balls for new ones.
And we see those shots eventually coming in. Adam Oikel letting it go. Ranican looking around. He's like, hey, I saw that. I'm ready.
Oikel having a bit of a laugh there.
Ooh, look at the bend on that ball.
Fantastic curve from Estabrook.
I can totally do that. We see a good shot onto Mergler, but it's missing, and the retaliation.
Mergler diving out of the way of that one, too.
Yeah, but Adam Oikel does get hit out. I think that was Robbie's ball. It tagged him clean. While he was still on the follow-through, that is a good time to hit people. And George Smith wanted the catch there.
Doesn't quite connect. Corey Oikel, again the last one left.
Ooh.
Jumps over the first ball, but Ranican follows up just a moment later.
Yep. See that stagger, and you can hear some cheering on the other side.
What you're hearing right now is the hometown Prince Edward Islanders getting 2 points up on Z Warriors, who have just called a timeout on court 2. Twitch.tv/dodgeballpei is where you can check that stream out. The volume in this venue has increased significantly since this match started.
Yeah, I think if you hear a lot of cheering, it's pretty safe to guess it's from the hometown PEI crowd over there. Ontario fans are here as well, just they are outnumbered right now. Champion
is tagged off by Mergler on that. Mergler waited quite a while before taking that shot off.
I think Mergler's got a quick enough release that he's willing to wait till he sees a shot that he really likes.
Absolutely. And when you got an opening rusher like Kenneth Ng backing you up with the speed, you do have the time to think about what you want to do, more so at the front.
Here we see Cutler and Oikel tag teaming Jeff Snow. Cam Ranican comes up. He's had a friendly rivalry with Oikel on the opposite corner a couple times. Ooh, just missing there.
Looks like Oikel got a hit on Mergler, who tried to jump over it and simultaneously tried to duck.
The up and under technique, not always successful. Ooh, Ranican with a good clean catch. He makes that look so easy sometimes.
Rampage advancing again.
Oh, yeah.
Cutler saying, yeah, that hit me on the arm.
Yeah.
Again, great sportsman-like play from both teams.
Smith, ooh, just gets tagged up high as he goes low. I think he got Tom Singh as well, so, you know, it wasn't all in vain, but Oikel by himself.
Oh, and what a fantastic catch there by Zanchi.
Yeah. Zanchi just snatching that out of the air and then keeping himself in bounds.
Again, at the end of your catch, you need to have 2 points of control within the boundaries of the court. Otherwise, the catch does not count. Zanchi showing off his balancing skills there.
A little bit like the NFL. As long as you drag those 2 points of contact before you fall out of bounds, the catch will be good. Unlike the NFL, if you do go out of bounds, you're done for a little while.
Also, no tackling.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad dodgeball doesn't have tackling. That'd be a much weirder sport. Zanchi's shot going over Tardif.
Looks like Oikel's calling the play in the middle. As Explosion pushes up, Cutler takes the shot, and Oikel takes the shot. Says Robbie jumps over both of them.
Yeah, we are seeing everybody still alive on both sides.
Ranican pops that ball over to Estabrooks.
Zanchi showing some pressure. LeBlanc evading a shot, but I think Champion hit out anyway. Champion doesn't have any headbands or anything on either, does he?
Champion, if you
Can't
look
quite-
very
oh,
closely,
actually, yeah,
has
yep.
that headband. This is trademark Champion headband. Never seen him play without it.
I wish George Smith was wearing some kind of headgear. Somebody get that man a hat.
Let's go down and talk to the referees at halftime.
Yeah, I thought they said uniforms. They have to be uniform.
That's right. There are particular uniform requirements at the National Dodgeball Championships. And if you're representing Nova Scotia, that does include some sort of headgear.
Now we're going to put it in the rules next year.
You know what, Terry? I'd be fine with a toque, honestly. Anything.
Yeah, ooh, LeBlanc trying to catch. He absorbed one up high. I think he's okay, but he's going to wipe his mouth off a little
LeBlanc,
bit.
a fantastic catcher. But unfortunately, Rampage knows that, so they're not pulling their punches when they take their throws at him. They can't risk it.
Yep. A lot of those throwers on Rampage. Ooh, Zanchi just, again, one of those positional catches. He goes low, makes a pocket.
Meanwhile, Smith being picked off on the other end by Jeff Snow.
Rampage currently firing on all cylinders. There's that wonderful slider again from Estabrooks. 4.5 minutes to go. 4 points on the board for Rampage. None yet for Halifax.
Zanchi getting up high over that ball from Tardif. Now Tardif and Oikel regrouping at the back.
And I think, yeah,
Corey's calling himself out on that one.
just a graze, but he knew it. He calls himself out. Yeah. Tardif, he's got a tall task ahead of him. 6 members of Rampage still alive.
Give him 6 balls and see what happens. Unfortunately, he gets tagged off by Zanchi on the
also
side
gets
there.
caught. Ranican just like, I got this.
This is Ravi representing Kick-Ass with his headgear.
He's not on that team.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, so the Halifax Explosion, who really won their quarterfinal game with authority, sorry, their pre-quarterfinal game.
The pre-courts.
Octo-final?
The octo-final won convincingly. Oh, Tardif trying for that catch, simultaneously trying to jump underneath the ball, coming in at him because they knew he was going for that catch. Very good attempt. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite connect.
You always know it's a risk, and in fact, it's pretty likely that you're going to get tagged or at least thrown at if you're going to save a teammate like that, but I think it's still the right play to go for it. Unfortunately, not so good. Ooh.
It's a very hard mental state to put yourself in, to be focused so fully on the ball that's flying up above you when you know that there's going to be balls coming at you from the floor. But I do recommend that if you are going to commit to that, just look at that other ball. Don't think about the incoming ball. But that being said, Tardif, skillful enough that he almost made that catch while simultaneously trying to dodge the other ball.
Could have been heroic. Snow blocking low, finding that ball. He's threatening with both arms. Nope, just the right arm this time. But threatening. That part, definitely true. And we see, ooh, nice shot outside towards Eaton there.
And it looks like Jason Mergler was called up for a line infraction on the back there by the official at the line.
Even though you think it would be easy to just not hit the lines, I mean, when once the action's going and you maybe aren't looking at them every single moment, Smith driven back, Rampage is like, no, do not go for this ball. But yeah, it is possible to just put a toe on the line, something like that, and if you touch it, you are out. Speaking of getting touched, I think maybe just on the hair.
Just grazed.
Shave
looks like
your head for dodgeball.
Well, not all 6. 5 balls on Rampage. Take the shot, connecting with the other Oikel brother.
Not the only Oikel brother who was on the court at that point. Ooh. Cutler finds Jeff Snow. Not a lot of balls in hand for the explosion, though, so the Mavericks alum here, new to Rampage, are going to talk about what to do next, and it is double team Joey LeBlanc.
LeBlanc trying for that catch, getting a little frustrated, it looks like.
But George Smith not frustrated as he collapsed on that ball.
Great job, Smith.
Ready and waiting.
And Halifax is finally able to retrieve that ball that was just sitting there taunting them at the front of their court for so long.
It may have even had a face on it looking back at them with the tongue out, but...
That's right, just like that Tom Hanks movie.
Somebody photoshopped that.
Cutler coming in with the aggressive play. Oh, Zanchi trying very hard to get up and over that ball. Doesn't quite make it.
Yeah, we see some good athleticism from him going down and up, but we also saw really good aim from Tardif.
And we get 1 point on the board for the Halifax Explosion.
It's not on the board yet, but it will be. So yeah, the Explosion obviously need to start somewhere. Minute and 22 seconds left in the first half is better than sometime later on to get your first point.
That's right, 20-minute halves. So 20 minutes left to go after this first half. Finishes up in about a minute and 20 seconds here. Mergler taking another shot on Champion.
Rampage so quick and smooth on those opening rushes.
Champion getting punished on most of the opening rushes in this opening half here.
Yeah, I think Rampage and Fury are the best rush teams on the men's side. No surprise, they're also the 2 top seeds. Mergler.
Absolutely top contenders.
Out. Maybe the line again. I didn't actually see him get tagged by a shot. This is Ravi's throw missing as he scooches back and covers his teammate. Shows some pressure. Drops the ball off. Marks is Ravi. One of the...
getting low under that one. And Tom Singh blocking another shot.
This is Ravi, Mergler, and Snow, part of a little group that runs Dodgeball Toronto in Toronto. Ooh, that second shot finding Adam Oikel. I think that was Estabrook's ball. Maybe Tom Singh.
Oh, looks like Tardif threw a ball that Ranikan caught.
Yeah, his Mergler is back. Ranikan, he's not the most mobile player, but that guy catches so much. You see him. Ranikan has been teammates on Team Canada with Corey Oikel before. He's like, I know what you're up to.
Ranikan, long-term Dodgeball Canada national team player.
Yeah, he's represented Canada, I think, all but 1 year.
That is the brother. Ranikan making some comments at the opposing team, I think, all in good fun.
Yeah. He's chirpy, but he's a pleasant chirpy.
Pleasantly chirpy, like a morning bird song.
Yeah. That's his other nickname.
Bird song.
He's often called Killacam.
Jason Mergler with a single-handed catch.
And then the Tai Chi style fake. But yeah, he bailed out kind of thing initially, but and Smith.
Unbelievable hand dexterity and finger strength from Jason Mergler.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go for the one-hander that way. Champion is like, hey, I'm going to get you. He misses. Runs. Tom Singh fakes. Ranikan wants in on this. Nope, never mind. Back to Mergler. Tom Singh, Estabrooks.
Oh.
Champion up.
Champion tagging out Estabrooks, who dives for that ball and doesn't quite make it.
Yeah. He's close. Sizravi popped that ball he was holding forward. That's
We
why
are
he's
in
not
sudden
out.
death now, correct?
Yeah.
Champion
So-
asking, didn't I hit Sizravi for the block? But no, Sizravi had let go of that ball before it happened, so technically the balls collided in the air, meaning it was not a hit for either player.
And again, that is a legit tactic. That ball is only part of you when you're holding it. If you do pop it forward in time to hit the incoming shot, you can be safe. Ranikan not catching that one.
You know what they say, Terry? If you love something, let it go.
Yeah, I know from experience, Sizravi will practice that, where he'll try and pop that ball forward to protect himself. The only risk there is if the refs don't clearly see you move that ball forward, if they still think it's in your hands, they can call you out. That is their discretion.
So it'll be 6 for Rampage, 1 for Halifax Explosion. Going into the second half here, a quick update on court number 2, where we have Riptide from PEI versus Z-Warriors from Ontario. Dalton McKenzie was just tagged by Kyle Waddingham, making it 4 for Z-Warriors, 3 for Riptide in a very tight quarterfinals on the other court. If you want to take a look at that, twitch.tv/dodgeballpei has that match currently on stream.
Yeah, now that we are getting a little deeper into the playoffs, you should expect most of the matches are going to be pretty close. Even if not in score like this, we've seen some pretty tight play on court 1.
Absolutely.
Rampage, though, full of pretty clutch players, living up to their number 1 seed so far in the first half of this match. Fighting for a spot in the semifinals, which will take place tomorrow morning.
Halifax Explosion going to have to really push the pace here in the second half if they hope to catch up and eventually overcome Rampage in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, both teams capable of moving quickly. Both teams also capable of slowing it down. Obviously, you can kind of expect one team to do one of those things and the other to do the other. This is very eloquent commentary from Terry Thrasher here.
Jeff Snow is having a bit of a conversation with the referee.
Yeah, one of those refs is David Armstrong out of Ottawa. And I can't see who the other one is. Oh, that's Phil Florak, also out of Ottawa.
Cutler going for the rush, unfortunately kicking a ball over to the other side before being tagged off by Mergler. Champion hits Mergler in the face.
Looks a little red, as you will when that ball hits you.
Champion saying, here's my revenge for the past 4 times you've hit me out on the opening rush.
Yep. And Snow out as well. Tom Singh with a good block as he goes low. Checks to make sure he's in bounds. He is. Tom Singh sells those fakes really well. You can see even on his fakes, Tom Singh kind of winds up his torso. And there he just lets it go. But he misses. Meanwhile, Zanchi to his left is knocked out.
Takes a hit, the ball bounces up far too far for anyone on his team to catch it for him.
Yeah, we see some back and forth now.
Champion trying to get up and over that ball, thrown by Tom Singh, unfortunately does not make it. Grazes his foot just a little bit there.
Yeah, and the Explosion now down 2 members. Actually down a third. Adam Oikel was hit out. I think that was Ranikan's ball. Ranikan, whew, he's like, take this, LeBlanc. But Joey LeBlanc gets underneath. Ranikan assumes a position in the middle of the court where he likes to look for catches.
You can see him getting into catching position. Ing rushing up after that throw for the rush counter there. Opts not to let go.
Yeah, Ing brought onto Rampage, I think, for very good energy. Very good at retrieving balls that are free. He's got a pretty good throw.
Fast and smooth player.
Ooh, nice
That
little
ball just breezing past Ranikan's leg there. LeBlanc taking that from a kneeling position too.
Yeah, Ranikan seems a little impressed. He's making a face that suggested he was going, ooh.
Another kneeling position throw from LeBlanc.
Yeah, sorry, Joey. LeBlanc's throw is curving outside a little bit as he lets it go, even when he's down on his knees. Ing maybe found the line, perhaps, because he's out now. Ranikan and Tom Singh facing off against 3 on the side of Halifax. And there we see a good block from Tom Singh on the throw from Tardif. And
Tardif allowing Tom Singh the ball. Après-vous.
yeah, Ranikan with the hand of thank you. And we see a couple of shows toward Ranikan. He gets tipped on the foot.
Calls his own out on that one. It's a very close call. Ranikan knows he's been hit though.
It's hard to feel those sometimes when they're just on like the bottom of your shoe. Tom Singh
Can't wait until they
ooh.
develop a shoe that has nerve endings in it, Terry. Oikel passing that ball to LeBlanc, saying, I'll catch whatever comes at me.
Tom Singh with a pretty good throw to the outside. We could see that it found Tardif through the block.
Tom Singh going to be putting as much heat as he can on these balls, knowing that he's up against two very accomplished catchers.
I don't think Tom Singh's normal throw curves all that much, but it is very hard and pretty accurate. You see, LeBlanc just needing to get underneath that. That shot had some zip on it. Tom Singh wipes his brow. No surprise. He's been working pretty hard on this point. Fakes, blocks, nope.
Calls himself out. Says, nope, that block didn't quite make it all the way. The ball grazed me somewhere on my body.
Yeah, I think that was Corey Oikel's shot that got him. So Halifax, point number 2.
Making it 6 for Rampage, 2 for Halifax Explosion with 16 minutes and 42 seconds left in this second half of the match.
Yeah, still definitely doable for them. And we'll see if they can do it for their third point of the match.
Zanchi taking this opening rush. Estabrook's very good fake, making Cutler drop to the ground there, but opts not to throw this time.
I believe most of these fakes. Not that one from Sizrabi, though. Snow's fake is kind of terrifying. He just kind of twitches his arm back sometimes. And you're like, oh, is it? Oh, no.
Snow just frowns at you and you go, I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, and we're seeing still 6 aside. It's unusual for everybody to be alive 30 seconds into a point, but that's what we're seeing today.
Testament to the amount of dodging that has been happening here at the National Dodgeball Championships.
They don't call it throw ball, but they should. Here comes the throw towards Sizrabi. He avoids that shot from Tardif.
Now it's have a conversation at the back of the court ball before moving up ball.
There's fake ball. Tardif knocked out.
Estabrook's taking some excellent fakes there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Estabrook's relatively new to competitive dodgeball. I think he only started it in late 2017, if I remember correctly.
Remember him from Winnipeg last year? Again, played on Mayhem.
Yeah, Estabrook's with a lot of competitive baseball background. I think once you've done a lot of sports or a lot of competitive sports, it's easier to pick up a new one. This is Ravi. Fakes. I believe that one, Mark.
That's right. He's doing the Lauren Dwyer. He's using that foot to his advantage, making it look like he's really committed to that throw.
Yeah, I want Mark to know that we believe he learned that from Lauren Dwyer.
I also wanted to know, I like the blonde hair. I don't care what anyone else says. And Mark, a lot of people have been talking.
All over the country?
All over the country.
Zanchi tagged out. This is Ravi also sporting the dyed gray hair a little while ago. Not today.
Experience and vitality.
Yeah, Mark's nickname for a little while was Amazing Grays.
Amazing Grays.
Now he is going to... So Mark, a left-handed shot, wants to take that left corner. I know that is his preferred side.
Ranican with a great dodge there. Lateral dodge.
Yes. He knows how to move side to side. Ooh. This is Ravi chucking that ball. And I think he found the foot on Adam Oikel.
That's right.
Big fakes. And then Sizrabi's the one who takes.
Shot on Cutler. Yeah. And then Tom Singh comes across with the hit on LeBlanc as well.
Cutler shaking his head, but tough to deal with. Estabrook said, like, get that out of here.
That's right, spinning block.
I can see Corey Oikel laughing about that. Oikel still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The referees are going to talk about that one. Oikel himself is questioning. He's thinking that might have hit my foot. Estabrook saying, no, I think it hit the ground.
I think this whistle might actually just be to fix the net. Dave Armstrong is like 6'3", so I guess he can reach that without a chair. I cannot.
Armstrong, arm tall. I had to stand on a stool when we were setting those things up.
Right? And you're not a short man, so.
I'm not. Just for all the people listening out there. I'm not short, I swear.
You're dapper, too.
Just going to have Michael coming out to the center of the court. He's got 4 balls on his side. Onus will be on him to throw. And he whips that shot off at Estabrook. Takes that bold second shot, but Estabrook gets underneath of it.
Yeah.
Oikel fed balls by his shaggers. He's got 2 excellent amount of balls to block with. Tries to take that early counter on Ranican. Doesn't quite connect.
And you see Estabrook's willing to take that charge counter, and Oikel ready to minimize the risk.
Saying, yep, that hit my finger.
Yep. Once again, calling out the honesty there. It's very hard sometimes to get your hand all the way behind the ball in order to block safely. Ooh, nice shot towards Sizrabi, and another toward Tom Singh. I feel like Corey is fully confident in his ability to catch anybody, which is good because these are 3 really tough throws coming in. Yeah. They were tough, a little too tough for Corey Oikel that time.
Oikel takes that hit. I apologize. I leaned forward into Terry's field of vision there.
I'm trying to see.
He's taking a look at the score for Riptide versus Z-Warriors. Riptide currently up 1 over Z-Warriors. Z-Warriors had called a timeout to sort of get their mental brain steps back in order. That didn't come out very well. Mental brain steps, not actually a thing.
Yeah, Riptide, the number 4 seed coming in. Z-Warriors, the number 5 seed. Sort of fitting that it's 5-4, except for the wrong teams, maybe.
Looks like we got another Kenneth Ing rush to Jason Mergler at the Rampage line here.
13:07, still on the clock. Ranican laughing about something. He's a cheerful guy. Get your head in the game, Cam.
That's bad. Mergler snaps one off, just gets underneath Champion, who just sort of lofts into the air right over top of that ball.
Yeah, Champion
manages to survive this time.
Champion and Cutler have often gone low. Maybe that was what Mergler was counting on, but they go high that time and get away.
Excellent strategical choice on Champion's part to choose a different tactic. When he knows something's not working, tries to nail the block with a master catch there.
Bobbled it for just a moment before securing that ball. Estabrooks walking off, heading over to the sideline. Mergler got under that ball.
Oh, since Robbie tries to take that shot.
I think he's kind of saying, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have taken that.
Ground. He says, my bad.
Yeah. Not his finest moment.
Ranican again with the lateral dodge and just twists his body a little bit in the air.
See him again throwing out that finger. He's like, hey, don't you try that. You. Yeah.
Cutler
nice.
Takes that hit, trying for the catch, just can't quite make it.
Champion knocked it as well. Ooh.
Ooh.
With the save catch there.
Retrieves the ball in the air. I think that was thrown by Tardif. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I think that went off Cisravi when he was low. LeBlanc, can't squeeze that.
Trying so hard for that catch. Just misses it.
Yeah, and Smith tagged out as well. LeBlanc coming close on a few of these.
LeBlanc showing why people are scared of his catching. It's a fantastic standing position, just taking it to the chest, then corralling it when it tries to escape.
Yeah, that's a sense of timing that
like
not
gently
everybody has.
returning a bird to its cage.
Wait, who's Songbird again?
That's
Morning
Ranican.
song?
Ranican is the chirper. Songbird.
Songbird, Morning Dew, Ranican.
Morning Dew, Ranican. Morning Dew. The accumulation of all Ranican's sweat over the course of this tournament.
Another quick shot from Mergler. That time he goes all the way across to Tardif, who blocks it.
Champion calling a play out of the middle.
Tardif running all the way to the other corner. He's like, this is my side. Ooh, that ball from Snow going through just about everybody. Yeah, this might sound ridiculous, but I like the font on the Halifax Explosion jerseys this year.
Yeah.
Ooh, that shot finding Oikel on the foot.
A little bit of a comic book kind of fun, you know?
So Adam Oikel laughing, Ranican laughing as well. That was Ranican's shot, eliminating him.
Again, high spirits and excellent sportsmanship in this match, and that's what we really appreciate seeing from these teams that are provincial teams that are representing their provinces at the national championships.
The cheerfulness from Ranican, somewhat making up. Ooh, nice grab by Tom Singh.
Excellent catching position, just dropping right into that basket.
Tom Singh also one of those stone-faced players.
Even in the photographs.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him smile.
I've seen a team in Toronto named Smile Rich. He did not.
That's not funny.
Yeah,
Kankway made the catch on that one. It looked like Champion got up and over that ball, but he slid out of bounds.
I think he actually called himself out even before he landed, so
Fair
he
enough.
may have been grazed.
Good for him. For calling himself out is what I mean.
LeBlanc hit out as well, and I think Smith got tagged on the far side at about the same time.
Rampage now taking a commanding lead with 10 minutes left. It's 10-2 for Rampage.
Yeah, they are looking strong. It's also 5-4. Sorry, 5-5 on the other side between Z Warriors and Riptide. So
one of the teams has called another timeout.
Yeah, I believe that.
Very tight match.
Yeah, because they only have 12 minutes and 13 seconds left. A lot of time for things to change, but That is a close match, which you can see on twitch.tv/dodgeballpei if you want to.
That's right, and after these two matches coming up, we have Red River Rebellion versus Fury.
Yeah, this is going to help determine who else is a semifinalist on the men's side. This is Ravi blocking that ball as he takes to the sky. A lot of PEI fans cheering on the action on court 2.
Champion getting low, but can't sink quite far enough into that floor to get over those very low flying balls.
Yeah, when you have no ball, you've got to pick a direction to go and go that way really, really well.
Jeff Snow getting tagged out there on the corner.
Yeah. Snow falls, much like it did earlier today in Charlottetown.
And then melts.
Much like Jeff. I don't know how to make that work. Oh, that second shot finds Tardif.
Much like Jeff Snow has melted all of our hearts this weekend with his great sportsmanship, Terry.
And his bright smile.
His bright smile.
And we see a ball going towards Smith. Blocks that. Adam Oikel on the right side. Corey Oikel on the left side.
And there's 3 balls on the explosion side. And having thrown last, Rampage does not have the onus to throw, although now that they've thrown that ball.
Yeah. They're doing it anyway.
Definitely ball advantage rest with Halifax Explosion, who advances. Oikel takes the shot, just going up and underneath.
Yeah, and sometimes even if it's not your turn to throw, I mean, there is the surprise factor, there is the warning factor for the rest of the match. Corey Oikel getting grazed. Sometimes it pays to throw, even when it might not be the optimal choice, because long run, you know, it might change things up, set expectations with your opponent. Zanchi on the offensive, goes defensive. And I think that 4th ball finally found him.
That's right. But Halifax Explosion had to spend a lot of resources in order to get him out. Now Rampage with quite a few balls.
Yeah, and when you are that player playing high with the last ball from your team, that's your job.
Smith gets taken on the foot by that throw.
Your job if you're that high player, you know there's a high chance that you'll get out, but you want to draw in as many balls from the other team as possible while shielding the rest of your team.
You're a milker. You milk those balls, you protect the rest of your team. An important position, one that the other teammates, I'm sure, appreciate him doing.
And now we see LeBlanc and Oikel coming up. We see Rampage doesn't want to give up the line. That was a good shot by Adam Oikel as Robbie tried to charge him.
That's right.
A lot of cheering again, mostly for court 2 here.
I'm cheering for Joey LeBlanc.
Aw. Well,
almost makes that catch, unfortunately.
That one was your fault. Joey cannot blame that one on me.
I know. And I apologize to Rampage for momentarily losing my neutral stance on the match. I want them to know I'm cheering for them as well.
I want to be able to continue training with Rampage, so I want to stay neutral so they don't think that they need to go extra hard on me in the future.
All right, I won't mention any of those mean things you said off stream.
That was in confidence, so I appreciate that. Oh, that was a shot onto Cutler. Yeah.
Very, very difficult to try and get past the opening rush of teams like Rampage and Fury.
Yeah, those teams have people who are super fast at getting to the ball, getting the ball to a teammate, and then a teammate who has a very fast release. You're not going to beat them to it. At best, you might tie it, so generally you're just going to want to try and find a way to keep the ball off of you.
That's right. If you're fast enough, you stay defensive. And, Champion's original tactic, trying to stay low when the ball's coming at you, that's probably a tactic because when you drop to the ground, there's more chance of the ball coming off your back, popping up, and being able to be caught by a teammate. Yep. Now, you saw him switching it out for some high jumps because he was consistently getting hit out low by Mergler, but it is usually recommended that you drop to your knees or drop into a turtling position for that reason.
Yep. Mergler there with a high kick dodge as he goes high, but a ball threatening to tag him in the legs.
Using the kick to get that extra momentum, keep him in the air for an extra second or two.
Yeah, trying to do his best Yusuf impression.
3 balls at rapid succession at Adam Oikel there in the corner.
Ranican chuckling because that was a nice little drop curve from him to knock Oikel out. Ranican will very nicely show you how to throw a curveball if you ask him.
And Smith tags Ranican right in the chest there.
Yeah, and knocked out as well.
Can't quite get that ball into his fingers.
That was a lot of back and forth there because Corey Oikel is on the sidelines as well.
Yep, that's rapid dodgeball for you there.
You see a bunch of fakes and a take from Estabrooks there toward LeBlanc.
LeBlanc tries for the catch, then opts not to it the last minute there.
Yeah, so once again it's Smith and LeBlanc on the court as the last two members. Both of them are very good catchers, but Rampage is making it really tough to catch. 2 balls to Mergler. Estabrooks can't track that one down after it bounces off him. Zanchi finishes.
Long, trying for a catch.
I hope he's okay. He's going off in a bit of a heap there.
Might have hurt himself there.
He was wincing as he went down. So
he's getting to the edge of the court, and he's not getting back up fast. I think he is all right.
Yeah, he's just leaning over. Hopefully he can
taking a moment.
Catch his breath. Take a moment. Do what you need to, Joey. He'll be back.
Smith takes 2 shots. Under Sizravi, over Mergler. Rampage faking hard with 5 balls.
Yeah, and they take out Smith. Mergler with the head fake, the arm fake. As many ways to fake as he can think of in a brief 7-second period. You see ball retrievers from each team lining them up. It's Marcel Grimman, who's playing on Trillium, I believe.
Trillium, invitational team from Ontario, coached by Dennis Quinnell.
Yeah, who was watching on high earlier. I don't know where he went recently, but just look for the shiny yellow jacket and you might find Dennis.
Rampage advancing now. Taking the shot across the court at Tardif, does not connect.
Yeah, and with under 5 minutes to go and a 9-point lead, it's likely that Rampage will also be advancing to the semis. Explosion, mostly playing for pride and maybe stats. Estabrooks gets tagged. Ranican chases that ball down. I'm not sure if that was a catch.
Champion taking that shot on Ranican. Ranican's not sure what happened. He's asking what happened. Oikel in the corner saying, I think you got hit, Ranican. Ranican agrees, gives everyone a big grin.
What a charmer. He also reminds me a bit of Snorlax. I'm saying that mostly because when Pokemon jerseys were popular in Toronto,
he wore this Snorlax jersey, didn't he?
That's what Cam wore sometimes.
Yeah. Well, Snorlax has always got a big smile on his face, just like Ranican, right?
And unusually for a commentator, my favorite Pokemon, Mr. Mime.
That's right. The commentators are having a pretty passionate discussion about favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, very on topic for a dodgeball weekend.
Terry was lit up by his choice of Mr. Mime by the rest of the commentators.
Yeah, you barbarians.
I'm just saying, you can't discount Umbreon.
And back to the game, which of course is kind of important.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's still dodgeball going on.
Yeah, George Smith hasn't been able to catch as much as he's fond of doing.
This got clipped in the foot by Mergler on the cross court there.
Yeah.
Very close hit.
George keeps getting hit in the foot. It's pretty hard to catch from the foot.
That's right.
I've seen a clip of, I think it was Mike McMullen from Ottawa, who got hit in the foot and kind of like kicked it up to his hands. Not something I would recommend trying to make a habit out of, but when it happens, it looks good. Tardif blocking those throws. Sizravi and Mergler. Sizravi going high to get over that ball. Tardif's got a good shot.
Ketlin Bradbury, Shager for Tardif right now. Also a longtime Halifax player. This year was on Nova Knights. They didn't quite make it playoffs this year, but Bradbury, I'm sure, will be back in future years. Very well known for his drop all the way into his back with the flexible knees.
Yep. Bradbury looked sharp in the. I only saw one game from the Nova Knights, but Bradbury was one of their strongest players in that particular match.
Very confident, able to call plays for the rest of the team, keep that leadership role.
Yeah, and keeping the nimble dodging as well. Meanwhile,
Tardif taking the shot, goes high over Mergler's duck there.
Yep.
Mergler passes the ball to Sizravi.
Not sure where Mergler got a duck from, but Tardif wants to hit it.
You're right, it's Prince Edward Island right now. All of the lakes are frozen. Where are the ducks, Terry?
We are going to make these metaphors work if we have to force it.
And we are forcing it, folks. We are forcing it.
Tardif forced off to the sideline there. I think that was Sizravi's shot, finally connecting.
Another hit and significant lead now for the Rampage side of things. Halifax Explosion going to be trying to get a couple more sets in before the end of this match.
Yeah, 2 minutes, 18 seconds to go.
You know what? Any match you can play of dodgeball at this event is worth playing.
Way to rub it into me. Wait, and you, I guess.
You know what, Terry? I didn't lose a single game this weekend, so I'm happy with my performance.
Yeah, both of us, let's call it alums from the national championship last year in Winnipeg.
And we'll see you all in Barrie.
Yeah. Well, I won't, but
Terry
you will. You're making the trip. It's only an hour's drive for me. You are, you're making a journey.
Flying far across the country. so that the people that are mad about my mispronunciations of their names this weekend can have sweet, sweet revenge.
Yeah. They can tell you in person. Meanwhile, if you want to send me a Facebook message, my name is Terry Thrasher. You can look me up. There aren't very many people with that name, so.
My name is Terry Thrasher. Bring it.
Yeah. Seriously, though, any feedback people have for us on the commentary stream, whether that's the commentary folks ourselves or about the stream running, keep it constructive if it is constructive, but we are happy to hear that. You can let us know if you know us personally. You can let your local provincial federation know. Send a happy message to Dodgeball Canada if you want to. We're always looking to take things and make them better.
And, as always, thanks to Murphy's Hospitality Group for sponsoring so much of what happened this weekend in Charlottetown.
Yeah, I've heard they have a pretty good burger. Right? Everybody's got a good burger here in PEI this month.
But especially Murphy's Hospitality Group. It looks like Tardif and LeBlanc have been hit out on this set so far. But we've also got Tom Singh and Ingot on the other side, making it 4 versus 4.
Ooh, Oikel, I think he found Ranican there. He was, again, laughing as he walks off.
Found Ranican and got underneath all 3 of those balls that were thrown at him. Great dodging by Oikel there.
Yeah. Ranican with 100% of the facial expressions on his team. Estabrook.
Well, I've seen Estabrook stick his tongue out a few times, actually. So,
you know what's awkward is I do that while I'm throwing. Much like the much more famous Andrew Ketchum out of the States.
You're going to bite your tongue one day, Terry.
Oh, it looks so awkward in pictures when it's like I'm mid-throw and for some reason my tongue is out.
It's that deep concentration.
Yeah. Somehow protruding tongue helps. Zanchi not going to need that as he takes a shot toward.
Zanchi, one of those great no-look throws towards Brody Champion, yeah.
Yeah, you see no-look throws an awful lot at this level of play. It's one of the ways to be deceptive, but I'm going to emphasize that before you work on something like a no-look throw or any kind of curveball, just make sure you get your fundamentals right. You want to have a good, solid fastball like that one that you can release in a pinch, you can have confidence in. Fastball, the foundation. Everything else is gravy.
Now, Terry, let's talk a little bit, as Zanchi wins that point, about his blocking formation, the way that he got defensive when it was 2 players versus him, and they had 4 or 5 balls. He crossed his legs.
Yep.
He crossed his feet underneath him. It's a technique that I talked to him earlier about in the tournament. He has been developing it quite recently based on some inspiration from some Malaysian players. An excellent way to get your bottom part of your body as out of the way as possible, so that there's as little chance as possible that one of those incoming low balls is going to hit you in the knees, get past your block, or skim around. Apparently, a very, very evasive shot. Oikel blocks that ball coming from Cameron Ranican right into Brody Champion, unfortunately.
A nice facial expression from Caitlin Estabrook's. and a hold-on gesture.
I'm glad he's participating. Cameron Ranican with the catch on the neck. Tarda pointing, saying, great job.
It's yeah, nice curveball from England. Don't see him throw that too often in matches. But yeah, that will be Rampage advancing. You see the hugs and the smiles in the lineup. Even though that wasn't close, 13-2.
It was
These
certainly
folks,
amicable.
Yeah, a lot of friendship, a lot of respect. We're just going to talk a little bit about what's going on the other court.
Take you live to court 2, where Simmons was just hit out, leaving Oswald Barnaby as the last player on 2